Hi Liz, I hope this is working. I haven't created a video in a while, but I'm testing this out, so I hope it works. I hope you can hear me because my headset doesn't work right. Anyway, so this is for the accruals. What you'll do is, and I sent you the Word document that I created. So what you'll do is you'll go to the show invoice report. So reports, show invoice. And I'm going to clear this. And I have a template set up. It's accrual all. So you want to make sure that only active is checked. And the amount is 10,000 and over. So I bring this to, I don't even know how much it is. It's probably, what is it, 1, 2, it's like a zillion. But just to make sure, because at the end of the month sometimes there's some really large invoices. And then you want to add all your companies. And how you can do this is just go to your loss and company and click search. And then just select everything except for 120, 128, and 921 and 926, because I do those. And then you'll click select. And so now you're telling the system you want everything that is active in the system, and then you'll click search. And then everything that's active will pop up in this field, in this screen. And then you just want to make sure that it doesn't say there's more, because I only have it set to about 1,000 invoices, but there shouldn't be any more than that. And then what you want to do is you want to go to invoice line export and click on that. And the Excel file will pop up. And you're going to open. And you'll click yes. And then this is what the file is going to look like, but this isn't how you're going to send it to accounting. So you want to enable editing. And then you want to remove this company. You don't need that. You need the vendor number, and you don't need the serial number, but this is where I put the vendor name in. And then I get rid of all this, and I'll show you how you carry over the vendor names. I've been wanting to ask PNC if they can include this, but it's never like the right time to ask them because we have so many other things going on. So you want to keep the invoice number, invoice date. You don't need the invoice group or invoice group 2. And you don't need this invoice group 3. It looks like, you know, well, it is the loss and company, but this isn't the loss and company where it's distributed. This is the loss and company over here. So you want to get rid of all of this, but you want to leave the account. This is the company, and this is the department. And if there's any sub-accounts, I think it just scroll through just to make sure. That's where the sub-accounts would be. But then you can get rid of these fields. Currency, you can look through. If it's all USD, you can just get rid of it. But sometimes it's Canadian, if it's company 912. But if it's all USD, like I said, you can get rid of that. And then you want to keep your amount. The base amount, I think it's the same. You can scroll through, but you can see that they're both the same amount. So you can get rid of that, and then I'm pretty sure you can get rid of everything else. So then you're left with just the fields that accounting needs to determine whether they have to, you know, if it's accrued. I format that to accounting. This means the code's there, this means it's not. So I believe accounting goes into APA, and they will they'll find the coding and determine if it needs to be accrued. And then if you see anything in here that's archive only, you can remove that as well. So then what I usually do is I save this as, let's see, Excel workbook, and I save it. I usually put APA accrual, and then the month, which this would be September 2016, all of the companies. and then you can put the date that you ran it. It's up to you how you want to name it. I always name it the same, but and then they know that this doesn't include DMI because I send that to Allison Smith. She uploads that. So then you want to go ahead and save that. But again, I like to put the names in. It's easier for them to, when they're looking at the name, to determine, it might be, we don't include that. Including the name is a little bit more of a pain, because what you want to do, close that, you want to take the same file and you want to go to Excel, because this will give you the names, and then print account postings, you don't want to print them, and then you want to open it up. And then it'll pop up. Oh, there we go. Okay, and then what I do is I take the name. You have to enable it first. There we go. And then take the name. But you're going to see that the names don't line up from this report to this report. You'll see there's a lot open, and that's because of the distribution for each invoice. So an invoice like this one here has, more distributions. That vendor name carried down. So then I just kind of look, make sure this is star. It doesn't take as long as you might think. I just make sure, like, here we go. Star price. You just want to make sure that the vendor number, lines up. That's good. I'm trying to show you one that doesn't have. This is a leapfrog. Leapfrog. If you see here, this is leapfrog, but then this is line up to career mine. So this is leapfrog. So you just want to insert down, and then you can carry that down. And like I said, the next time I'm on the phone with PNC, I'm going to ask them if they can add this to that Excel export. I just haven't done that yet, because this doesn't really take that long compared to what I used to have to do. It does not take long. Let's see. This is all good. Here's another one that we need. Insert down. I can carry that. You just want to make sure that the insert. It won't take this long. But that's what you want to do for all of these. See how it'll eventually move down to where this lines up. I'm not going to do all of them now, but that's basically your file. I'll highlight all of these. So you want to make sure it has a vendor number, name, invoice number, and this makes it easy for them to look it up and then to see what they're looking at. Invoice date, account, company, department, and then you'll take this report and you'll send that to the people on the that I listed in that on a Word document. DMI accruals is different because I actually prepared the journal entry for accounting, but this is all you need for accounting, and then you'll send that to them. You just want to make sure, like I said, put down in the Word document, that you want to make sure everything is transferred. Oh, anything that's over 10,000 is transferred out of the invoice log. If it's not, then you'll just grab a copy of that PDF and you'll send that to accounting. But this is very easy. It's just a little time consuming because you want to match up that. But other than that, right before you run the report, you just want to check, like I said, the invoice log. You want to make sure everything's out of there. I usually ask everybody in the morning, make sure that you have your stuff out by noon, and that's noon my time, so it's 11 o'clock your time. And then if you go into the invoice log and you still see stuff in there that can be transferred but hasn't, go ahead and transfer it, because I usually remind the AP reviewers that it needs to be transferred, and if they don't, then I will go ahead. If it's for the next month, so if you're doing it for September, but it's actually for October, then you can leave it in the invoice log because they won't approve that. But hopefully this is helpful. It's easier for me to make a video and then you can go back to it. But and then we can sit, or you can do it for September. and I can sit with you, or you can check it out. You can send it to me, whatever you want to do, just let me know. But hopefully this video is helpful, and I will talk to you soon. Have a good one.